So when did you realize that something was going on?
When I went to the store to purchase my groceries, they said that I had a zero balance.
Crystal, a single mom of 5, had to abandon the cart full of groceries. That food would have fed her family for the whole month.
I was like, man, because, I had just lost my job, so I was depending on that, to go through the month until I found a job.
If one morning at the end of November 2025, you open the EBT Edge app to check your SNAP food assistance balance and discover that the entire month's amount has vanished in just a few overnight hours, while the EBT card is still safely in your wallet, what would you do first? This is no longer a rare story, but has become a constant worry for millions of Americans receiving food assistance, especially in recent weeks when EBT card skimming incidents are surging in many areas, from Oregon to New York. Just in the past week, authorities have continuously issued emergency alerts, emphasizing that skimming, the act of installing devices to steal card information at POS machines, ATMs, or stores, is reaching its highest level of the year, and people need to take immediate action to protect their benefits. As of November 22, 2025, the EBT card skimming situation has become more serious than ever, with reports from multiple states showing a sudden spike in cases. In Oregon, the State Department of Justice issued an emergency consumer alert on November 13, 2025, warning that skimming incidents are exploding in the Coos Bay area, where criminals are installing sophisticated information stealing devices on card readers at convenience stores and gas stations. Similarly, on November 13, 2025, authorities in many states reminded benefit recipients that skimming not only steals money, but also directly impacts food security for low-income families, especially during the winter when food demand increases. Just a few days later, on November 17, 2025, officials in New York and surrounding areas publicly warned about scams related to EBT cards, sharing specific security tips for people to protect themselves. In Pennsylvania, on October 15, 2025, legislators released detailed information on EBT skimming, emphasizing the need to regularly check balances and avoid using damaged card readers. Even in California, the San Francisco Human Services Agency warned at the beginning of November 2025 that people should immediately delete unofficial EBT apps to avoid being tricked. Additionally, on November 14, 2025, the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services completed the distribution of delayed November SNAP benefits due to the government shutdown, while strongly recommending the use of Connect EBT to lock cards to prevent skimming or theft. Pennsylvania Senator Nick Miller also reiterated this advice, emphasizing that SNAP recipients should check balances via the Connect EBT app and keep cards locked when not in use. How does skimming work? Criminals install compact devices, often hard to detect, into card readers at transaction points. When you swipe your EBT card, the magnetic strip information and PIN are copied. Then, they use fake cards to withdraw money from your account, usually at night or from remote locations. According to guidelines from the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, updated in May 2024 but still applicable today, skimmers also combined with phishing, sending fake messages or calls to trick you into revealing your PIN. In Buncombe County, North Carolina, local agencies emphasize that skimming can happen anywhere, from ATMs to supermarkets, and recommend changing PINs monthly, especially before new benefits are issued. The San Francisco Human Services Agency warns people to delete unofficial EBT apps immediately and only use the official EBT Edge app to avoid being tricked. According to an article on propl.app dated November 14, 2025, when using an EBT card, carefully inspect card readers or ATMs for signs of skimming devices, such as glue marks, loose parts, or damage. Furthermore, the Virginia Department of Social Services posted on social media on September 23, 2025, that EBT theft is increasing nationwide, with skimming cases and fake messages, and people can request reimbursements if stolen by calling the hotline 1-888-997-9444. The USDA Food and Nutrition Service also notes that Congress has passed laws to protect and replace stolen SNAP benefits through skimming, but people need to report immediately to receive support. To avoid skimming, experts and authorities unanimously recommend some simple but highly effective measures that can be implemented today. First, lock or freeze your EBT card when not in use. This feature is available on the EBT Edge app. Open the app, go to Account Management, and select the Freeze Card option. This prevents all transactions until you unlock it. In Oregon and many other states, people are advised to block high-risk transactions, such as online purchases or out-of-state ones, through the same app. Second, change your PIN regularly, at least once a month, and avoid easy-to-guess numbers like birth dates or 1234. The New York Office of Temporary and Disability Assistance, OTDA, notes that skimming often combines with phishing, so absolutely do not share your PIN via email, text, or calls, even if the caller is claiming to be a government employee. Third, check your account balance daily through the EBT Edge app or by calling the state's hotline to detect unusual transactions early. Additionally, according to guidelines from the USDA Food and Nutrition Service, if you suspect fraud, contact your state agency immediately to report, especially if you think someone is abusing benefits or stealing your information. Another important tip from Buncombe County is to choose hard-to-guess PINs, avoid reusing old ones, and regularly check transaction history for unusual signs. The FTC also adds that government agencies and EBT providers will never call or text you asking for your PIN or card number, and anyone doing so is a scammer. In Pennsylvania, the State Inspector General's office posted a warning video on May 27, 2025, encouraging downloading the free Connect EBT app to lock cards and prevent crime. The Ohio Department of Human Services also issued a warning on December 10, 2024, but the advice still applies that SNAP recipients should be vigilant for skimming signs, protect card numbers and PINs, and change PINs immediately if suspicious. Recent data shows the severe impact of skimming. In 2025 alone, thousands of cases have been reported, with losses amounting to millions of dollars in stolen food assistance. In Coos Bay, Oregon, skimming cases doubled in November alone, mainly affecting households with children and the elderly. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, through the Food and Nutrition Service, recommends reporting fraud immediately through state hotlines, especially if you suspect someone is abusing benefits or stealing your information. In California, the SLO Food Bank provides detailed guides in recognizing skimming and phishing, emphasizing that securing EBT cards not only saves money, but also ensures meals for millions of vulnerable people. According to propl.app, if benefits are stolen, you can request reimbursement from the state, but the process may take several weeks, leaving many families in temporary food shortages. A congressional report on January 7, 2025, shows that the USDA has provided guidance to states on measures to prevent theft from EBT cards, including temporary remedies to address and prevent skimming. In Tennessee, the Department of Human Services received federal guidance on November SNAP benefits after the government shutdown and warned that there may be disruptions, making skimming an even greater risk. Iowa HHS also warned on October 17, 2025, that due to the prolonged federal shutdown, November benefits may not be loaded, and recommended locking cards to avoid further losses. In the difficult economic context at the end of 2025, with food inflation still high and the risk of benefit disruptions due to federal budget disputes, protecting EBT cards has become more urgent than ever. Experts warn that the upcoming holiday season will be the time when skimming criminals are most active, as people shop more and are more likely to be careless. If you're a SNAP or CalFresh recipient, take action now. Download the EBT Edge app, change your PIN, and lock your card after each use. Report any strange signs to local authorities to prevent spread. Just with these small steps, you can protect your family's meals from invisible thieves lurking everywhere. Moreover, agencies like the FTC recommend avoiding using EBT cards at suspicious ATMs or POS machines, and always cover the keypad when entering your PIN to avoid hidden cameras. In New York, OTDA emphasizes that phishing often comes in the form of fake emails or texts from the USDA asking you to update information. Ignore them and report immediately. The Pennsylvania House Democratic Caucus advises people to keep EBT cards in safe places, not share card photos on social media, and always update the EBT Edge app to receive real-time alerts. Finally, if you become a victim, contact your state SNAP hotline immediately to lock the card and request support. Don't wait, because every hour that passes can make the situation worse.